I don't think that I like you anymore. Get away from me. Seen enough of your misery. Fought enough of your enemy. Why you sitting silent? Get away, get away, get away from me. When the world falls at your feet, don't you dare come running to me. Get away from me.
Hey, welcome back to Versus Vegas. We're in a different place today. It's weird, but we've got Isolated Avenue here, and they brought too many people. We couldn't fit them all in the room. Couldn't fit them in.
The ease with which we got set up out here.
Yes. The rage has been building on this whole side of the room, but it's good stuff. We've got music, we've got food, we've got Versus Vegas stuff. How are we doing, guys?
Good, man. Good. Yeah. Thank you for having us. Yeah. It's been awesome.
So we're going to get to those guys here in a moment, but we're going to set up our foodstuffs for today. We've got Naked City Pizza, delicious, really close to the studio stuff, so we'll see how this goes. We've also got some for these guys, so they'll have to give us their opinions as well. So yeah, let's introduce the band. Who are Isolated Avenue? Yeah, let's just go down the line here. Who do we have?
Hi, I'm Dylan. I play guitar. I sing. Yeah.
I am Matt, drummer.
Oh, man, I can't beat that. That's hard to follow up.
Hello, I'm CJ. I do vocals and guitar.
I'm Phil. I play bass.
Hi, I'm Savannah. I do vocals and keyboard.
And I am John. I play the sax.
We generally have more mics for this, so it looks a little less hilarious on a standard show, but we appreciate these guys bearing with us for the problem that they clearly caused by having more people than is ever necessary for rock and roll music.
I think if you separated into two groups and then stacked each other on your shoulders and put on a trench coat, like two really big trench coats, you could have made it work.
Yeah.
Could have gotten into an R-rated movie.
You guys could just like split into two bands. We were here with Isolated and we're here with Avenue. Who gets who in that divorce?
Johnny.
Everybody wants Johnny. To be fair, he was the only one that could identify the lick, so I think I want Johnny.
America wants Johnny.
All right, guys, tell us about Isolated Avenue. Who are you guys? What have you guys been doing during this non-live music time that we've been living through? Were you around before the non-live times? I don't know, the before times.
Johnny and I joined kind of COVID time and after, but they all were before COVID.
Alright, so how did you four join?
Yes, how did the original, the OG, the original flavor Isolated Avenue meet up?
Me and Matt were in a band in Pennsylvania since, when did we start that? Like 2010? 9, 10?
Something like that.
We moved out here in like 2015, and we wanted to get something going, and we started playing with a few people, and they were all fucking... Oh, can I curse on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you never seen Versus Vegas?
No, I watch every episode. That's right.
There's going to be a little eye thing that just popped up right now showing that compilation of fucks from season 1. Yes, you can swear. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, so we played...
Thank you.
There you go.
We got one for season 2. All right.
We found a bunch of fucking weirdos, you know, like Vegas is pretty well known for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we found the weirdest of them all when Dylan came over one day. And he was just like, you know, less weird than everybody else. So we were like, all right, we could rock with this kid for a little bit. And then we lost our bassist a year later, and then Phil came in.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. He's not weird at all. We like Phil. Just don't like Dylan. Then Dylan, well, you were friends with Savannah?
Yeah, I went to high school with Savannah, and John was in ska band with me in high school. I was in high school. He wasn't. He was just hanging around high schools. And he was He was like in his 20s.
I'm like 50 yards from the high school.
It's like Matthew
Yeah, just dazed and confused. I keep getting all they stay the same age, you know.
He's not allowed to do that anymore, but
Court order.
we were recording our upcoming album that's about to release, and we wanted some horns in there, so I hit up John, and I was like, yo, can you record some stuff on this? And then we were like, hey, we got a show coming up, you want to just play with us? And he was like, yeah. And so he's been playing with us for the last like year and a half, on and off. Now he's in the
Honestly,
band.
it just doesn't sound good without the sax.
Yeah,
it
it's-
doesn't sound right.
He's a integral piece of the sound now. In Savannah, I mean, we just had a show coming up, and we were just like, hey, it'd be nice if we had another person to play the keys on this song, so CJ didn't have to. And I was like, hey, Savannah, you play piano? Want to play?
The evolution of vocals too. Like I started singing, and then Dylan came in, and we split duty, and now we're just handing it all to Savannah.
Yeah.
Now we're just like, please fucking.
This
take
album
this
that's
from
about
us.
to come out is like all me and CJ singing, and that's the last time that's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
it's never
Like,
gonna
we are
happen
not
again.
gonna be singing this much. So.
Yeah, you'll see why. Wait for the live portion.
Like you were. Oh, sorry.
You'll see. You'll all see.
You'll see.
Excellent. So, for people who haven't heard you guys before and missed the intro where I played a chunk of the song already, what do you guys describe your sound as? Where would you guys put yourselves at genre wise?
We've
Built
Alt
contemporary.
rock,
jazz.
Pop rock.
alternative.
Pop rock's the closest. I would say we don't really have one. Every like this album we have coming out is every song is different. There's like it's like pairs that sound alike, but mostly it's all different. It's like alternative rock, pop, pop.
We got a ska
Little
song.
jazz
ska,
in there with
ska.
Johnny.
It's
Yeah.
actually like so. I joined right as they were like they'd finished all the songs that they wanted to write for this album, and like this is one of the things that drew me to this band. I was like, I like this sound. I like the fact that there's all these different layers and different genres that they're touching. So it's very very fun.
We're just trying to find the best one to sell out on. Really, is like
Excellent.
Once we find that one, if someone likes our blues stuff, we'll keep playing blues.
Yeah.
Straight to Nashville with their country stylings of. I've noticed that with the last few bands we've had on, nobody's really like wanting to pigeonhole themselves, or hopefully that's what it is. That, or they just don't know what they sound like. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, we're musicians and we music, so yeah, we'll go with that.
No, I feel like come on.
I heard an back there. What's the thought
Oh,
from
I
back?
just
Let's talk
totally
about
going-
religion next.
No. My brain went back like about 10 minutes to when you first asked what we've been doing during COVID.
Yes.
So.
Thank you, Savannah, for getting us back on track here.
Everyone at the church is gonna be like, "Don't come next Sunday."
It's not even you so much. It's just these guys you associate with. Just bad influences.
Right, that's not me. Just kidding. We did a live quarantine stream at the beginning of COVID. Yeah, and that was fun. That was the day I joined the band, like that night.
Oh,
But
wow.
so that was one thing that we did because we couldn't do any live shows, but we were able to do a stream, which was kind of nice. Johnny was there too.
Yeah. Yeah, we had another person there too. That would have really pissed you off.
Yeah, we had an extra. We had a
We don't talk about him.
that day.
Forgot about it.
With the cowbell.
We go back down to
And then
dark
we recorded some acoustic videos, just a few things like online, but our first live show back was the Battle of the Bands that we did a few weeks back, so that was nice.
Yes, we were there. Cut to us hanging out there. We met you there.
Oh, that's where you're from.
Alright, so you said that you joined the bands the day you did the live stream. Did you practice it all beforehand, or was it?
We saw her waiting at the bus stop. Come on.
So Johnny and I, we kind of were there as like guests,
Okay.
and then after that they were like, well, you want to just actually,
You know, we were all
Be
drinking.
in it.
We're
yeah.
in the band.
But so yeah, we like practiced, and we did a show with them back before COVID hit. It was the last live show they did, was when we were guests, and that's kind of how that started. But yeah.
Yeah, if you want serious answers, just point the mic back there.
Yeah, honestly.
Obviously, these guys have never watched Versus Vegas. Can we swear here? You guys don't do like loud colors or anything.
Just making sure it wasn't prime time.
Trust me, if there was an opposite of prime time, this is exactly where that would go on.
Dark hours.
Just this goes on at 4 a.m. on every like bathroom iPad ever. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm watching it for in the morning in the bathroom on an iPad.
Versus Vegas.
you got to get that headspace. This is versus Vegas headspace. Like, all right, cool. This will kill just enough of my bathroom time here.
Am I making the compilation?
You haven't thrown enough fucks in to get on the thing here.
Oh, it's just Fox.
It's just fucks.
I said so many better
Keep it
things.
going.
Just fucks. Fucking A.
We could choose a new curse word this season. It doesn't have to be fuck.
I don't think we throw enough of anything else in. The fuck is ubiquitous.
C word.
Oh.
Whoa.
Gotta cut that out.
Come on.
Even we have a line here, sir.
Yeah, should we have a line here?
You guys are all over the map genre-wise. What are your, I would imagine, equally disparate musical influences here?
Like I listen to more hard rock and metal and pop.
Examples?
Like so, the hard rock I'd say probably Chevelle. I know you hate them. I know you
He
hate
doesn't speak for us.
early Chevelle.
Definitely does not speak for us.
I feel like if you're like resorting to like early whatever, it's just like nah, just go with it. It's like people who would say like, oh yeah, early Nickelback was the Nickelback for me, and then somebody over here is just really like hurt. Like I like Nickelback.
No, like their later stuff has not been nearly as good as their earlier stuff, like legitimately. But anyway, for the more indie side of things, I listen to like Arctic Monkeys, Strokes, Fratellis.
Great stuff.
It's good stuff. Yeah, no arguments here.
Yeah, I like the indie stuff, and then I don't know. I listen to a bunch of different stuff, but I also probably different from the rest of them, like the folky kind of acoustic-y things. So I don't bring that as much to the band, though.
There's always time.
Yeah.
As evidenced by the electric piano and not like the upright or baby grand they have to roll into every show.
Fucking guitar next time. We're going full 80s. Same thing with our genre. It's all over the place. I mean, I grew up like a punk kid fan, then pop punk kind of, but everything. I mean, writing wise, it's usually like pop and blues and hip hop that I would say influence my writing the most. Weirdly enough, but I don't know.
Yes, given the earlier admissions of never doing that hip hop stuff.
No, but it really is all over the map. I mean, I'm a huge classic rock fan too, so it's literally everywhere. Like I can't pinpoint, but pop punk was like a big part of my life, I would say. So I would say mostly that, but I don't know. I think I've kind of grown writing wise out of that.
Nice examples.
Of just,
Just who do you listen to?
Blank was my favorite band
Okay.
growing up.
Nice.
I don't know, but huge Beatles fan. Like obviously, like I take a lot of writing ideas from them. I just steal them directly from them.
It worked well for Oasis, so.
That's
Do
true.
you do most of the writing for the band, or is it more collaborative?
It's me and Dylan mostly, but with everyone adds their own parts. I mean, we kind of come with the songs, and everyone adds their part to it.
This is gonna be good. I feel like there's gonna be some deep cuts here.
Johnny's like,
I love Nickelback. Really fuck with Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
Lately I listen to a lot of like acoustic stuff, like you mentioned. A lot of like jazz and blues, like Snarky Puppy. It's a big listen.
Nice.
Actually, Hugh Laurie, the actor,
He plays blues like
Plays a mean harmonica.
I didn't know that.
and it's fucking
Really?
great.
No way.
He's actually he's reasonable.
Like CJ, like kind of grew up like playing and learning and listening to pop punk. That was me with ska,
Nice.
which is like way more lame, but so just that's how I learned guitar and everything. So that's if I write a song, it will just devolve into just upbeat guitar at some point.
Who's upstrokes and stuff. Yeah.
But so my influences would be like RX Bandits. I also huge Gorillaz fan. More recently, Jeff Rosenstock, big
Who's big for you back in the ska days?
I mean, Streetlight Manifesto is number one. You know, but I used to really dig I still do dig the Aquabats. You know, played open for Real Big Fish one time. That was really cool.
Very cool.
We were like, at the time we were 17, so we weren't allowed to be at the show. It was a 21 and up venue, so we had to sneak in after we opened. And all of Real Big Fish just got like shit faced, and then like talked to us for an hour afterwards, like, oh, you guys are so cool. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of listen to a lot of different types of music, but you know, it's
Weirdly enough, we talked on the car over here actually about like back east. I feel like in Pennsylvania, ska and pop punk were kind of one of the same. Like if you're into pop punk, you're into ska. Where out here, there's a big.
There's no one
there's
into
a-
ska
there's a
out here,
line
like nobody.
I feel like there is a crossover. Like those who do listen to ska listen.
It was one of the same in Pennsylvania. Like it was just like if you like pop punk, you like ska, and vice versa.
I feel like the delineation got more prevalent after a certain time, because back in like the early, like 2000 to 2010, I'd say there was a lot of carryover. And then they kind of went their separate ways.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, you can't listen to pop punk and listen to ska. It's not. Oh, I was like, you guys like the same. It was the same people.
Literally
back
the
in
same
day.
thing.
In
Just
South
horns over it.
Carolina, there are the people who liked country and the people who didn't. And those were the two groups. I want to hear about
There was two groups. There was the people who liked country and the people who had crosses on their lawn.
Also Billie Eilish, obviously.
Yeah.
What you said?
Oh, for sure.
Billie Eilish.
I am actually really a big Billie Eilish fan.
Yeah.
She's
You know,
incredible.
if you'll sit and listen to it, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
She's incredible. I mean, I'm sure her brother writes everything because that's what it seems in all the interviews. But her voice is awesome. Yeah, she's just awesome. I like a lot of new pop stuff, honestly, like Dua Lipa and stuff. There's a lot of new pop out that is like, pop is finally coming back to being like listenable and not fucking terrible like it was like 10 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, all those pop songs that we've been covering at every show.
Yeah, pretty much.
That could just be age too. It's like, oh man, I can't get into the hard stuff anymore. Hey, what's going on in the pop charts? Really like this Eilish kid. All right. So speaking of new music, I understand you guys have some new music in the works.
Hell yeah.
Tell us
New
all about it.
album's done. It's coming out soon.
Just got our masters back yesterday.
So when is that coming out?
We're not gonna give it
Yeah,
definitive
we don't
date
have-
we haven't talked it over yet.
Not
Probably somewhere.
We just put out a new single. I don't know when this is coming out. We just put out a new single less than actually 1 week ago.
1 to 2 weeks ago, based on.
So
It'll be 5 days later than today.
that's a lot of math.
Earlier in April.
Phil.
I mean, it's easier to just say when you released it, and then that'll match
Last
up to
Friday.
forever. That
Listen, no
April
matter when you
23rd,
watch this,
we
it will have
April
came out
23rd.
last
All right.
Friday.
Okay. Good.
I
Last Friday
guarantee you,
being
if you-
April 23rd.
The song will have been out last Friday from when you watched this.
We did this weird thing where like we recorded the album and we wanted to like do 4 singles and then release it, and then COVID happened and we're like, oh fuck, we have no content whatsoever.
No shows.
Yeah, so we literally released like 8 singles, and people are like, all right, just put the fucking album out. When I say people, I mean my parents and his
My parents.
Yeah.
I feel like once you've got 8 singles, you might as well just
Yeah.
stick them together.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then we've been writing new stuff too.
Yeah.
We
New
got some
EP.
Adele stuff on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, we started recording a new EP.
Now that we actually have a singer, you know.
That always helps.
It's Phil.
It's me.
I was just thinking of another situation where 8 singles might make for a cumbersome interview. Versus Vegas. I'm not anybody's dad yet, but the jokes are ready to go.
That's like the basic question, like, when are shows coming back? Or something like that. Like,
When are shows coming back?
I don't know. Who's
Second
telling
live
me?
show.
They're here. Obviously, there's nothing else better going on. They're here on a Friday night.
Crown
It is dead to death forever out there. If we're getting like 2 bands in a row on here
Good point.
shooting on Friday night.
So have you ever thought about doing like a guerrilla show where you just like show up on a street corner and start
A gorilla show?
GUE.
Like you just show
Oh.
up and
Yes.
something.
Like go to the zoo and
Or just wait for the gorilla to
Yeah,
I thought the gorilla show was in the back room.
We should do like a jackass thing where we
we actually, I think we got lucky during COVID, honestly. I think we did a lot more than a lot of other bands did. We like constantly were getting these lucky calls from people that wanted to do little live streams, acoustic shows. Like we did, what, 4 live streams? 3 live streams?
I think
The Soundtronics and then, Quantum and
Battle of the Bands.
Battle of Bands and
This.
but yeah,
I
we
feel like during COVID, live stream kind of counts as a live show.
Yeah.
That's all anybody can do.
If anything, it's just building hype for when we do actually have like a real show back. Because then, like, I mean, there's just a lot of people that are like, when you guys got a show? When you guys gonna have a show? And then it's like we finally do. Like,
and they're like, oh fuck, you're playing the same songs you were before.
Yes!
I feel like COVID was a great time to like just disappear for a hot minute and go back to the lab and come out, with all new nonsense. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, shit. Like, oh, I haven't heard from these guys. Well, I haven't heard from anybody. But man, I didn't know these guys were doing stuff still. Everybody's been doing that. Everybody's like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck it. Doing it all. Cool.
It was weird. We had a period where we didn't get together. Like when it was that unsure phase, none of us got together. He just had a kid, so it was like everyone kind of kept their distance. Yeah, everyone kept their distance kind of for a little bit, but then we got back together and started going. Plus, we're in the metamorphosis stage of getting these two, so it kind of things were changing every time that we would get together. Yeah, so it was a little weird.
It's all so weird.
Pretty much what I'm saying is we didn't get as much done as you would think.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be there's going to be a period, maybe the fall or something, where stuff's starting to get back to normal. And it's that coming back to school time when like, oh, I got to write an essay over what you did during the COVID break. Like, and you sit and look back at it. It's like, man, it's been like over a year now. What have I gotten done? And I feel like for a lot of people, there's, it's like, oh yeah, I did all this stuff. And then for a lot of people, it's like, fuck, man, I watched a lot of Netflix.
I was going to say, how do I make masturbation sound fun for a whole year?
I really got good with forearm dexterity, It wasn't great before, but it's there now. Ladies.
Let's get back to the music part. What's your favorite song that you guys have made?
That's either
Name a cover.
that's either a good thing or like a really bad thing. Where it's like,
Oh yeah, exactly.
Choices.
Oh yeah, actually that's very true. Me and Matt have a definitive one.
Okay.
It's called Lysol Meth and Tigers. If you want to go look it up.
Tigers.
Look
Does
it up.
have
A good
anything
COVID
to
hit.
do with Tiger King?
All to do with Tiger King. Yeah, that was one of our COVID treasures that we created.
what a weird watershed moment for this country. Like for a hot minute, everybody was just watching a polyamorous gay cowboy fuck around with caged tigers for like 2 weeks.
And a woman who probably didn't kill her husband, let's be honest.
She 100% killed her husband.
We
It
covered
was all in the framing. She didn't do it.
Yeah, she framed him under the septic tank after the tigers ate all the good meat.
we covered so many topics in that song, and that was before the race war started.
Yeah, that was right.
So we didn't even
Oh
get
my
everything.
Oh, summer first race war.
Yeah, yeah, that was before that even happened. So,
Well, I have gotta look that one up.
oh, it's
Where can you find your songs? Are they on Spotify?
yeah,
That one's only
everywhere.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay.
So that's an
Is
exclusive.
that might not even be on YouTube.
Is it not?
I think it's on Facebook.
Do you guys have a YouTube? We talked about this before the Battle of the Bands, how we were having trouble finding anything on anybody.
Yeah.
I don't think we look super deep for your stuff, so we'll take another.
Because it's just the.
We're just doing
we
opposition.
have.
I was like, we were just doing like opposition research just for gags and stuff.
But yeah, we're on everything. Like any streaming service, anything.
We've got
Shoot us the links and we'll put them in the description for you guys to check out.
We post a lot of updates on our Facebook and Instagram pages on like when things release, and then got Spotify and YouTube for the music, so it's all just isolated ad.
Sometimes we even get more than 10 likes, so it's like pretty high profile.
I saw you guys. They
Sometimes Matt's mom comments.
Yeah.
That's why we have 6 members, because there's 2 parents for everybody. We
see,
Right?
and they'll tell 2 parents, and they'll tell 2 parents, and then you've got a very, very weirdly skewed demo at your shows.
Your parents are alive, right? Oh, so we have 11 parents.
It got real dark.
I needed to ask.
It's not the first time either. We've had a joke go south about somebody like dying on this show.
Oh my God.
Does anybody else have a favorite song?
Yes, I love how that's how this started.
I honestly really like
get to know 'em.
one of the. I like the new one you wrote just as a song. I like Hostages.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. That's I think my.
And I've gotten a lot of other good feedback from other
The
people.
one
who've heard
song
it.
that these people are not going to be able to hear for like
Yeah.
well
so
over a year.
Keep in touch with us for a whole year to hear this song. No, but I like that one. Is that Battle of the Bands?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. Go.
Yeah.
Go back to the Battle of the Bands page. There's a link there for that one. Not throwing it up here again. Henderson.
I wouldn't listen to that performance.
Yeah.
It was.
The recording.
Just stay on our Spotify, man.
Yeah.
It's nice and friendly over there.
I think my favorite probably would be The Real Thing. It's very, very catchy riff. Love the bass line to it.
What is your most popular song? Getaway.
The one that we did. One of the
Yeah,
ones
we played
used
it today.
The one you're gonna hear right just now. Ah.
Because that was the one that Johnny and I were brought on as guests for to play at the show right before COVID. And
Yeah, I think when we first played with them at a show, we brought them on literally just for that song.
just for that song.
Yeah, pretty much. Because we were like, it just didn't sound right. Because we recorded it and had like piano, and he came in to record some horns on it, and then when we played it just us four, we were like, doesn't sound full. So, and then it sounded great, so we were like, you guys should just stick around on all the songs.
Well, you guys had it up at the Vegas Golden Knights game too. The getaway
Yeah.
song.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw that Instagram post. You guys were at T-Mobile there. That was cool.
I think that one's the most popular.
It's probably my favorite, I'd say.
Getaway.
Yeah. I wrote it in like 6 minutes, and like the day before we went into the studio to record the album, I was like, maybe we should throw this on.
That's
I literally messaged it like, "Hey guys, I know we're going in tomorrow, but I think I just made this. Like, we should record it."
It was like the quickest song I ever wrote.
That's usually how it goes. I mean, if you go back and listen to interviews and stuff about people forever, it's like that one big hit. It's like, oh yeah, it just came to me, and
Yeah.
Satisfaction was written by Keith Richards.
Yeah.
Screamed it into a tape recorder and passed out. It's like, okay, yeah, it's their best song ever. Cool, Fred.
It's super true, because you start second guessing the songs that we took a ton of time on. It's just like, I feel like they're almost like fucked up now. Like, it's just like we changed too many things and did too many layers, and it's just what it needs to be when you write it that quick.
Your first inkling's usually the right one, so
Yeah.
stick with that. Then you'll have a weird mic set up for the giant band you have to interview that night. Anywho, I'm sure the people at home probably want to hear what you guys sound like if they haven't been to a Golden Knights game in a hot minute. So,
Play every one.
yeah, there you go.
It's the official song of the Golden Knights.
That's
We play at the
Sing
no,
Stars Banner, right?
no one would know if that was the case or not. You guys could be like 100% serious, and nobody could like call you out on it because they can't go. So
We play out of one speaker above one hot dog stand. You have to find it. But
there's a Beats pill hanging off the little like triangle thing that juts out, and if you listen really closely, and now a moment of silence for this firefighter who died this week. And it's just a weird song, just quietly playing in the background. And now you know. So yeah, have a listen to these guys. You can judge for yourselves what of the many genres listed they fit into, and jam out. It's a good track. We've heard it already because of movie magic. This is taking place later. But have a have a listen to that. They need to know. There needs to be no fourth wall here because this room's got like 10.
Hello, everyone out there watching this. We're Isolated AVE, and this is Getaway. You can listen to this on Spotify whenever you want.
I think I hesitated, got me numb and medicated. Knife in the back, premeditated. Blood on the walls, but you know we made it. I've never felt this before, like a burn from the sun when you miss someone. When the crosshairs up, you loaded gun, and I wish someone would have told me to run. I don't think that I like you anymore. Get away from me, seen enough of your misery, fought enough of your enemy. Why you sitting silent? Get away, get away, get away from me. When the world falls at your feet, don't you dare come running to me. Get away from me, wait. Sometimes you contemplate it, but now the clouds are fading. Wish somebody would've took the bait. The blood on the walls, that you know you made it. You never felt this before, like a bite from a dog, and when you lose someone, you have to wait around to find the weakest one. But I urge you now to put down the gun. I don't think that I like you anymore. Get away from me, seen enough of your misery, fought enough of your enemy. Why you sitting silent? Get away, get away, get away from me. When the world falls at your feet, don't you dare come running to me. Get away from me, Dilly. I don't like this. Words are lightless. Try to find me, but I am timeless. So long, so long. Get away from me, seen enough of your misery, fought enough of your enemy. Why you sitting silent? Get away, get away, get away from me. When the world falls at your feet, don't you dare come under me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Oh.
That was great. That was a great track. Thanks for putting that down for us today, guys. And thanks for coming on. Hopefully, you get some more pizza on the way out.
Thank you for having us. It's been great.
It's been a different thing. It's cool to get out of the room every now and then. But yeah, until next time. Thanks for joining us.